Hi guys, Danielle at Danielle TBD.
Marisa at Marisa Rothman.
We have thoughts bonus edition. It's like a snapshot edition where we're going to go through some of our favorite moments from television this season. And I'm sick, and I apologize for what I sound like, but hey, we have so many thoughts. We're working through the sickness.
And I am being so brave to be this close to her.
Next episode, she'll be sick.
That is true.
So one of the shows I really wanted to kind of spotlight that we really haven't talked about this season is Dexter. Because I'll be completely honest and say that last year I was not a fan anymore, and I was pretty much like done covering the show.
You were sad.
I was very sad, and we talked about that in
Yeah.
our report card edition.
Yes.
But this year, I just feel like it's completely reinvigorated, and there was actually a moment in the last episode that aired, the Dark Whatever, in which Jim Beaver guest starred, and we had heard about Hannah's father. She talked about him with Dexter, and there was a little piece of me that said, what if he's not really what she says he is? You know, what if she's putting all of these negative feelings onto him to kind of justify her behavior and who she turned into? And so the fact that then we met him right away, and no, he went ahead and reaffirmed everything, I just really thought not only reaffirms our faith in her and the face value that you can take her character and Dexter and Hannah's relationship, but I also kind of felt like it set up a whole new set of issues for Dexter, you know, because father figures have always been such a big deal. Mother figures too, but I mean, for the first time, seeing how Hannah's father treated her and taking action against him to kind of stick up for the one he loved, you know, started to make him question, well, who am I, and what is this thing in me, and is it, again, the whole like nature versus nurture that I loved so much at the beginning of the show.
Right.
So that was just, it's not necessarily a defining moment of the season by any means, but for me personally, I just felt like that was a really important moment, and there's only a few episodes left, but I feel like it's gonna bring some good things down the line.
Well, I mean, also with that, did it help in that you kind of suspected it would go one way and they actually were authentically true to what it was? Like, because like last season, I feel like a lot of people guessed the big twist about, you know...
It wasn't nearly as big.
No, but for you, did you kind of feel like, okay, good, they're actually kind of sticking to the word, they're not trying to pull a fast one and be like, oh, so clever, they're just actually just telling good storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, because they had the conversation about her father so close to actually meeting the father, and we knew that we were going to be meeting him so soon that it didn't feel like they were trying to mislead you, but I always...
If I can guess.
No, I mean, I read into things, especially a character like that, where, you know, you can argue that she's a sociopath, you can argue that she's insane, like, you can argue a lot of things when it's a criminal and a serial killer, and a lot of people want to play the, well, you know, they manipulate reality to make it what they want it to be and everything,
right.
And I think it was more of just looking at the psychology of Dexter, which I always, when I review the show, do. I don't know that anybody else thought it wasn't going to turn out that way, but just the way that it turned out, and then, of course, you know, the issue it brought up with them having the discussion about Dexter's dark passenger and the fact that she's like, it's just a part of you, the way that, you know, this is just a part of me. I don't think they made nearly a big deal about it at all, and that's kind of why I liked it as well. Like, it could have been made so much bigger deal,
right.
But then obviously it doesn't live up to the hype sometimes.
It's another impact.
Yeah, and I like that this was a little lower key, and it just was part of their life and their conversation and their relationship, and that's kind of what made it more special.